Hi everyone, very good morning. Welcome to BYJU'S exam prep. My name is Alpa Sharma and this is our editorial analysis. I hope I'm clearly audible and visible to everyone, and I'm so sorry the class on Tuesday couldn't be held because there was a glitch with our technical studio, so I couldn't go live. So here we are, Thursday, another editorial class, and I hope everything's clearly visible and audible to everybody. Very good morning. So what have I brought for you today? Let's see what have I brought for you today. So I have two articles today, but then while I was going through the articles again, I actually realized that we will be able to do probably only one article today because the articles that I've chosen, I'll tell you, okay, so you can decide what you want to do, okay. So the idea is that both the articles that I've brought today are based on language and literature. Both the articles are based on that. All right, clearly visible and audible, Shweta. Good morning. So I have both the articles on language and literature. And one article is from the Hindu, the other article is from the New York Times. We haven't done an article on literature and language for quite a while, and this is a very common topic that we see that MBA entrance examinations would give us. So I had to choose this intermittently, and it's been a while that we have done that. So here is the article. Here are the articles, one from New York Times, one from the Hindu. But then both the articles, while we read them, they're pretty tricky to understand. Specifically, the New York Times article is actually a little tricky one to understand. What is the author trying to say here? So I think we're going to be doing only one article today. The remaining article, I can probably ask the video team to set a link under my video in the description box. You can read that article later on that appeared in the Hindu. So we'll be doing only one article today from the New York Times. Okay. Good morning. Good morning. Yes. Adya, I was ready with my class and I just couldn't go online. There was some glitch with my studio. I just couldn't go online. So the same articles I've brought today. And my daughter Amrit, thank you so much for asking. She's absolutely fine now. She's absolutely fine. Gone to school. So no disturbance in the background today. So we will be ultimately taking one article from the New York Times today on language and literature. Very interesting. This will blow your mind. You'll think, okay, do things work like this as well? We've never thought of it. It's a breath of fresh air that we're going to be doing today. But before I show you the article today, a few things that you need to know. One, since you have barely 100 days, 110 days left for CAT 22 to happen and the notification is out and there are many questions that are coming up into our mind, to answer these questions on August 6th, Saturday, 7 p.m., people from our team, Srinivas sir and Gautam sir are going to come live and they'll be discussing multiple things. Make sure you don't miss out on this session. Remember, August 6th, Saturday, 7 p.m. live on YouTube. Bookmark this session. Don't miss out on that. Also, we have our last lap to MHCT going on our channel every day at 9 p.m. That's Saturday, 1st of August. I'm sure you would not want to miss out on that as well. Every day at 9 p.m. 1st August onwards, it started. Watch every session that goes live if you're preparing for MHCT or any other MP entrance examination for that matter of fact. And last but not the least, if you still wish to enroll yourself in any of the programs, this is the program that you probably are looking out for, CAT 22 comprehensive program, where you are going to be taught under the guidance of serial 199 percentilers. So here it is. Don't be late. You still have 100 days. You can make it or break it. Make sure you make it. Enroll yourself right away. Okay. Yeah, it is Dia. It is her first year. All right. So here we go. I am going to be showing you the article today, and I will not tell you anything. Okay, so this is the first page. I have omitted the title and the description of the article to make it a little tricky for you. Read the first page, send me a done, and then we'll be talking about what exactly is this article about. Good luck and have fun reading this. Here you go. Easy page. Good morning, roosters. Read the page. Easy one, full of probably introduction to the idea the author might portray in the upcoming pages. But can you make any guess about what could the article be about? Think. This page is full of premise. Can you anticipate what the article could talk about? What could be the gist of the article? Let's try to anticipate that. And later on, when we read the article, we'll try to match our anticipation with the reality. What could the gist be? What could the main idea be? What could the argument of the author be here in this article? Could be, yes, Amrit. It could be the new lingo that's coming up. For example, the word satisfying. And then there are so many other words I see people sending me in the chat, which I do not know the meaning of. They're basically abbreviations and I don't know what they are. Okay. Yes. Diya. Could be. Agree. So I would agree with what Amrit and what Diya have written. Probably usage of language, the new Gen Z language, what the people, youngsters these days use, and it could be about that. Maybe the correct use of language, yes. So this page basically is full of premise. There's no major argument that's being brought up, but it focuses on one word. This whole page focuses on one word here, and the word is satisfying. And the author is taken aback here because this is a 10-year-old child who used the word satisfying. Would a 10-year-old child know what satisfaction is? They haven't been through hardships, right? So they would not know what satisfying could be. Yet, he is taken aback. The author here is taken aback because he wouldn't have associated this word with the game they were looking at. Yet the child used the word the author might not have used in this situation. So he's taken aback here. We know his attitude here. Let's go on. Let's read the next page, everyone. Let's see if the main idea comes up here. Yes. A comparative analysis of linguistic difference could be, because you see, Disha, you're very close actually, because you see, he wouldn't have used the word in that situation, in that scenario, but the child did, a 10-year-old kid did. That could be the difference. My daughter says, Mama, it's cool. I never use those words. What is cool? I never use this. So that's the difference. The meanings you associate to a word. For me, cool is cold. For her, cool is it's in. Okay. So let's move on with the next page. This one. Have fun. Hi, Prads. Now, ASMR videos, forget about that. Let's focus on a few things here. I'm sure when you go on social media, you come across many videos that label themselves as satisfying. There are many games, there are many apps that have come up where you could play games, the games that are satisfying. They're designed in a manner. But what? Now my question is, what exactly is this satisfaction these videos give us? What is satisfying about them? What kind of satisfaction these videos, these games, watching these mundane, repetitive tasks give us? That's my question. Answer this. What kind of satisfaction do we get out of watching these random, regular, boring tasks? Combing hair, listening to repetitive sounds, tapping, whispering. She's absolutely fine now, Abhishek. Thank you. I'm so glad you just asked. Thank you. She's absolutely fine. My question, what is the satisfaction that you get out of these? Okay, I'll tell you, Shweta. I've highlighted these words. Let me tell you. So basically, these are youngsters. These are schoolgoers who have started using the word satisfying. Okay. And then the author says, this word has caught up. This word has become pretty popular with the schoolgoers. And one of the reasons why this word has become popular is with the proliferation of these videos. Proliferation is, so one is inception. Inception is the starting. And then proliferating is rapidly increasing. So it started several years ago, but the number of videos and the number of people who watch these videos has been proliferating. It has been rapidly increasing. Okay. And then there are these ASMR videos, but nonetheless, even if you've not seen these ASMR videos, I'm sure you've seen some random reel on Instagram that mentions, oh, this is so satisfying. Watching this is so satisfying. My question is, what kind of satisfaction you get? Pleasing to the ear? Some rhythm of their own? Satisfaction of inner self? Okay, yes. So it's basically, it could be many things. It could be making your mind calm. You know, there's a latest obsession with the word OCD. Okay. And this is a word that's very wrongly used these days. Because a lot of people claim themselves to be suffering from OCD. Oh, I have OCD. I just have to fix things. I have to make them straight. They can't be bent. They have to be aligned. See, guys, OCD is a psychological disorder which has to be diagnosed by a specialist psychologist or psychiatrist only. And when somebody has OCD, it's a high level of anxiety disorder that they have. So people where they loosely use this word OCD, that's wrong. Now, why did I mention OCD here? Basically, there's a little tinge of OCD that's in everyone. When you see things arranged in a repetitive order, you see they come with regular gaps. And when you see they have regular gaps, they are organized. So the tapping constantly. What happens? There's a regular gap, right? So when they happen regularly with regular gaps, regular intervals, it's satisfying because it's organized. And when things are organized, it gives you an inner pleasure. A low-grade euphoria. You remember this? Euphoria is being ecstatic. Okay? But this ecstasy is low-grade. It's not the kind of ecstasy somebody would get out of winning a medal, gold medal, and seeing our players winning medals outside. That's a high level of euphoria. The euphoria you might feel when Jana Gana Mana is played. But this is a low-grade euphoria. Okay? So I hope you get the difference, everyone. Exactly. So everyone's finicky, but not everyone has OCD, and everyone's finicky. And when you see things organized, you get a sense of pleasure and satisfaction out of it. And that's exactly what satisfaction is out of watching these videos. Basically organizing things. When you comb your hair, you organize. When there's a repetitive tap, you see a rhythm. And when there's a rhythm, you get satisfaction. So this is the satisfaction that's being referred to. Mundane tasks are regular, ordinary task. Combing hair, that's an ordinary task. Yet, combing your hair might give you a pleasure of things being organized. This is the pleasure we get out of it. Okay, but then is this page at all focusing on the linguistic usage of the word satisfaction? Probably not. This word has caught up. But is this page giving us any line that's the main idea or a main argument of the author? I hope you're seeing somebody professional, Shweta. Okay. Does this page have any main argument by the author, or is it full of premise only? Hi, Kavya. Do you see any argument in the page? No. No. There's no argument. Not in this page for sure. It's full of explanation, justification, but there's no argument the author is trying to put up. He gives you a background of how this word became popular. Let's move ahead. Read the page. Have fun. Send me a done once you're done. Very important page. Pay attention, everyone. Okay, done. Now let's understand a few things here, everyone. So, but before I move on, did you hit the like button? Did you hit the subscribe button? If you haven't done that, please do that right now. Also hit the share button. That would be how you repay me for the efforts that I put in. Let's understand it now. So what did I tell you? The moment there's a but that comes up, there's something very, very important the author is going to portray. So before this page, there was explanation of how the word satisfaction became very popular. But is that popularity the gist of the article? Probably not. Not. There's more. Just a minute, guys. My pen here. Okay, so the author says, but there's more going on here than just kids using a word a little differently than their parents would. My daughter using cool a little different than how I would use it. Using the word satisfaction a little differently than how the parents would use it. But is that the gist? No, that is not the idea. The idea is the joy of linguistics is in finding structure amid what seems like randomness. What does this line mean? Everyone understand the meaning of the line. He says, linguistic, language, study of language over the last many years has brought in new words to us. What is the purpose of bringing new words or adding new meaning to words? When we have a set of words and when we add new meanings to it, we make a thing that's pretty random to us more meaningful. For example, you see this eggs red. It's a yolk. Am I audible now? Okay. So, eggs red. It's a yolk, a regular yolk. But the moment you give it a new name, you call it red because it's a mixture. Okay. And there's a new word, a new meaning added to it. A random thing given a basic structure. That's the joy of linguistic. Did you get the meaning of this sentence, everyone? That is what the highlighted line means. And there could be many questions that could stem out of the highlighted line. That's the main argument the author is trying to put here. This paragraph is supremely important. Okay. And then he says, satisfaction is another way of giving meaning to randomness around us. Similarly, eggs red. So this whole page, paragraph, is a description of this highlighted line. Did you get this page, everyone? Send me a thumbs up if you've got this page. The second whole paragraph is basically how words are given different meanings to make randomness more meaningful. If you've got this whole page, send me a thumbs up. I'm waiting for you. Yes. Okay. You guys have got it. All right. Let's move on. Let's see how the author moves with the idea. The next page. Read this and send me a done. Ah, beautiful. My first question, what is the relationship between the two paragraphs in this page? Make a mind map here. What is the relationship between the two paragraphs given to you here? How are they related? That's how you mind map. What's the relationship between the two paragraphs? Of course, one talks about English, the other talks about Jahai. Comparison, okay. Yes, Muskan? Others? A bit more detailed. Hello, Saral sir. Good to see you in my class. Okay, so comparison of different expressions of same word in different languages and their interpretation. Yes, related, as in the first paragraph shows us how there are so many different words for a particular thing. But other tells us that this language has particular words for particular things. Yes. How descriptive words are different in English and other languages. Yes, Shweta. In English, different synonymous words can be used for same thing. In contrary, Jahai has single words. Yes. Basically, there's a comparison. Yes, that's for sure. But the comparison focuses on how we have one word that could be used for various situations in English, whereas we have typical words for each scenario when we talk about Jahai. When we have an article on linguistic, it certainly would bring in other languages, not merely English. Because language isn't only about English, even if you're reading an article written in English. So he makes a comparison here. He says that if something smells bad, I would say it stinks. What kind of bad? If something smells good, I would say, oh, this is awesome. It smells very good. But what kind of good? That kind of good and bad, words In Jahai, there are specific words in Jahai that would define the kind of good and the kind of bad, associating specific things to specific details. That's the difference Jahai and English has. Okay? Exactly. Yes. So that's the difference. But then, now we know something for sure. There's a deviation from the initial part of the passage we had talking about satisfaction. Yes, we have deviated from that idea. Now we're talking about the meanings. I'll not tell you what we're talking about. Tell me, answer this question. What role did the word satisfaction play in this passage till now? This whole page doesn't talk about satisfaction at all. What role did this word play in this passage till now? What is the purpose of using this word? Answer this, everyone. Because we've deviated from satisfaction for sure. But what's the interconnection? What role does it play here in the whole passage? Yes, Disha. How same words can be interpreted differently. So, satisfaction is an example. Exactly. Yes, Diya. You're right as well. Your answer is similar to Disha's. Exactly. So, satisfaction is an example being used in the passage to denote how different meanings can be attributed to one single word. Jahai used for the same reason. Exactly, Shweta. So, that's why the word satisfaction was used. Next page. Read this and send me a done. Other languages have developed taking into account different smells that feel satisfying to the sense and give. Yes, Amrit, smell is only an example, remember that. It's a premise. So back to satisfying. Now, what is the main idea of the whole page? Main idea in one line of the whole page. Because there's a new idea that's being brought up here. I've highlighted the line. But what is it? Is my question. What is the new idea that the author has brought here? Again, a deviation from satisfaction and its usage. There's a new idea that's being brought here. What is the idea? Sagar, this class is conducted every Tuesday and Thursday. Now, Sagar, read this page and tell me what is the author trying to say in the whole page. Words not used for the meanings they should be. Okay, yeah. Of course, it explains how meaning of some words has different importance and meaning for different people. Yes. So, initial first few pages, the author focused on new meanings attributed by youngsters. So, there's a difference in how a word and its meaning is used by different generations. So meaning is different. Plus, how you attribute the meaning to different things, those things are also different. I might use satisfying for something. My daughter might not use satisfying for something else. So the meaning I associate with the word and where I use it, the situations I use it for, there's a difference from generation to generation. Can I conclude the linguistic usage of words have taken a different pattern altogether from one generation to the other? Yes, I can. Absolutely. Absolutely. Same word has different meanings and different associations by different people and different generations. That is the gist of the whole page. Amrit, good job. Okay, so that's the gist of it. All right, everyone got this? Now let's move on. Let's read the next page and let's see if there's a new idea the author mentions here as well. That's the last page. The science behind it. So here is the science behind it. See, why are these videos, combing hair, tapping sound, flipping book pages satisfying? This is why they are satisfying, because they prompt a specific bodily sensation. Bodily sensation, physical, including taste, smell, sight, every sense mixed together. It creates a sense of satisfaction because you have a tingling bodily sensation that you feel, and that's why these kids use the word satisfying for these random videos that they see. Now you know the science behind that, everyone? Yes. So ultimately, even when these videos celebrate eating food, the focus is on how eating them is satisfying rather than their taste. How to eat them. That will give you satisfaction instead of the taste that would. So see, in India, we normally say if it is dal rice, it is supposed to be eaten with your hands. That's when it is satisfying. Instead of the taste, if you eat it with a spoon, there's no satisfaction that you get out of it. So these videos, exactly what they focus on is how you're supposed to eat food that gives you satisfaction instead of focusing on their tastes specifically. Here we go. Yeah, the last page. Read this, send me done, everyone. Exactly. Yes, Dia, that's absolutely true. This word is important. I'll highlight this for you. This coloring is satisfying. Look at the end of it. It's so beautifully written. What's the definition 2 here? Answer this, everyone. What definition 2 that I've highlighted? What does the author say here about the definition 2? What is the definition 2 here? Everyone. What is definition 2? The kids' definition 2. What's definition 2? Yeah, so definition 2 is basically the new definition given to the word satisfying by the kids. Secondary usage of a particular word. Yes, speaking highly of an otherwise ordinary word, that is a definition 2 of the word satisfying. And there could be various other definitions they could attribute. But then, if kids attribute new definitions to a word, for example, satisfying has been used here to describe the same idea. If kids attribute new meaning to a word as definition 2, is it a slang that they use? No, it is not a slang. It's the new thing that's in, and that's how language evolves. So the last line that says, this is it, folks, how we go from Shakespeare to right now and beyond. It says this is how language evolves. That's what you see happening here. So the entire article focuses on evolution of language by attributing new meanings to existing words so that they encompass various scenarios which are rather mundane and regular for us, but attributing new meanings to them. That is the gist of the article here. Did you get the article, everyone? Did you get it? So you have a homework. Your homework is to comment the tone under my video. I'll be checking each. I'll be commenting, replying to each of it. Comment under my video with the tone of the author. What do you think is the tone? I hope you've got the summary of it. I hope you've loved the article. It's a very interesting one, right? And this article appeared in the New York Times. So make sure you don't leave the video without commenting under my video if you've gained knowledge through it, and the tone of the author as well. That's your homework. Please share the video, like the video, don't leave without liking, and subscribing to the channel. Hit the bell icon and follow us on Instagram, YouTube, Facebook, Telegram, and download our app on Google Play. Yes, you've got this, everyone. That's great. All right, guys. So I'd like to know something else from you before I leave. Is there a specific topic that you would want me to take an article on Tuesday? Are you still struggling with a topic, uncomfortable with it? Is there a suggestion that you would like to make? Something that you want me to take up because you are uncomfortable with the topic? Okay. It's a very interesting article. I loved it, Disha. You're welcome. Literature, we just took one today. Okay. I'll do literature again. Okay. All right, Dia, okay. Economics, okay. Cool, noted. So probably literature or economics it is on Tuesday. Economics it is then. See you on Tuesday, everyone. Work really hard. Have a great and fruitful weekend. And God bless you. Bye, everyone.